Hello, so this is Kaylee here working on the project with Maya. So the carbon cycle is a very complex process. While it does exist in animals and plants primarily, it also has some um, principles in the sea as well. It exists on land, in the sea, it exists in the atmosphere. It's pretty much around you always. So in the air, you have CO2, which you breathe out, that is consumed by plants. Plants make it into sugars. Sugars are consumed by primary animals. Those primary animals are consumed by tertiary animals, and those tertiary animals are consumed by your apex predators, such as sharks or me or lions, tigers, bears. Oh my, you know. Um, so what happens to all of this carbon is it gets built up by the decomposers, which decomposers eat the apex predators or any animal that dies, really, and consumes this carbon and then, releases it back into the atmosphere. And the atmosphere will recycle it again into plants, and plants will do their thing. So, really, plants will transfer the carbon that comes out of the air into breathable things for us humans and animals, and then it goes back in. So, we have to understand that there is air in the sea and in the water, and this air is known in the sea and water. Carbon can float into there and get into animals that really need it. So all carbon is the basis for all living things. It's in every single living thing as far as plants and animals and humans and fish and all of that. Carbon is one of the most important things for the food chains. It's for harvesting food for us. We need carbon to survive. So, upwelling and uptake of the carbon is a very important process, as it brings carbon to places such as the Paradise Island for the penguins, and it causes a lot of the world to keep going. So, I'm here to go ahead and hit on all of our vocab and resource stuff. Give me 1 second. Boop, 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 boop. Trying to get to it. But carbon is very, 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 very important to all of our things about this life. You need carbon to survive. Carbon exists in many things. Here it is. So, as far as upwelling and uptake, these are the cycles of carbon in the ocean. As far as reservoirs, that's basically like a lake of carbon and nutrients that animals can eat from and collect. The sinks are basically the same thing. Sources, carbonic acid formation is where carbonic acid forms to a place. Like, you remember when we did the black and white smokestack vent things in the ocean? Those are mostly carbon and nitrogen and a few other elements. There's rocks and runoff and fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are in your cars or in your plastic. It's everywhere. Literally, your clothes can be made from fossil fuels. And this releases carbon into the air by combustion. When you heat it up in order to make these things that you use every day, it's in your life. It goes up into the air and you breathe it in. It could be really harmful to you depending on what you breathe in. It's in CO2. It's everywhere. But yeah, just wanted to give you some more clarification on those videos. I knew that I needed some regarding marine stuff instead of just land stuff. But yeah, signing off.